I amere fora purpose creater myself. The truth, when fully embraced, can change the way you see everything, your struggle, your victories, your ordinary days, and even your failures. Materialism, no justamente or motivational, frase to boost your confidence. It's a powerful reminder that your life was not a mistake. You weren't born randomly, you didn't just happen. There is a real you are everyone brain. Living this generation, watching what you are walking through. You are a part of a much bigger story than your own. Every human error longs for meaning. We search it in citizenships, in accomplishments, in recognition. But meaning is not something we achieve with. You were created who doesn't make anything without purpose. And your purpose is not limited on your title, income, or your reputation. It's not confined to whether or not people notice your efforts. Purpose is deeper than applause. It's about living a life that hechos beyond your own name. When you wake up and tell yourself, y amere fora purpose creator, tu armufanso, it is clarity. It gets comparison. It gives direction in the midst of distraction. Because life is full of choices. Some small, some significant, but when you understand that your life has purpose beyond you, those choices begin to align with something eternal. You stop chasing things that won't last. You stop living just for comfort, applause, or approval. You're living intentionally, knowing that every moment carries weight. Every word carries influence. Every act or love carries eternity. Purpose don't always look big from the outside. Some of the most impactful live the honest that never make headlines. Apparent rising achieved, love and patience. Mateacher showing up every day with consistency and compassion a friend who listens. A stranger who helps. There's a moment as my sema, but when you live from a place of purpose, no matter is very insignificant. When your motivation is bigger than yourself, your life starts to become a vessel for something divine. Your present, you are a blessings, vera come se no penso meone else story. Living for a greater purpose also changes how they are with pain. It doesn't mean you won't face hardship. It means your hardship won't be wasted. When your life is part of a larger plan, you begin to see even your suffering through a different lens. You begin to understand that your trials can become your testimony. But what you're walking through today called everything that someone else stand tomorrow. That your story, every part of in the broken chapters, can be used to lift others. Y also changes so you say people, when you're living for yourself, it's easy to become critical, guarde self-centered. But when you remember that your purpose is connected to others, that you're called to serve, to live, to love it, your art, it tells you say people not as obstacles or strangers, but as divine appointments. You start to ask, how can I make someone else's life better today? How can I be a light in their darkness? And suddenly, your life becomes more than just a routine. It becomes a mission. There will be days when you don't feel significant. Days when your effort seems invisible. Matter is when you question, you're making a difference. But the truth don't change with your feelings. You are still for a purpose greater than yourself. The same God created stars created you with the intention. Mega your personality, your passions, your story, not by accident, but by design. And when you align your life with a design, something powerful happens, you begin to live with conviction. With passion, humility, with courage. Your value is not based on your popularity, your productivity or your perfection. It's rooted in your purpose. And your purpose is not something in dying. You cover accezione, ugabe to you every day you have an opportunity to live not just for your own gain, but for a greater goal. To lift your eyes beyond your own reflection and ask, what was he made to give? Who was he made to help? What difference can he make? Where I am, with why I am, the baby given, because with a question in your earth, just exist, you begin to live on purpose, toda is a gift that he will treat it, ane, me include it, and the power to see your entire perspective, it's easy to forget, in the rules of responsibility that guys, I got no guarantee, he got a guarantee, so a gift, breath in your lungs, and in your body, another chance to live, to love. Not every one got a chance, not every one made it to this morning, and yet standing in a moment in a will never come again. What you chose to with matters more you realize. When you begin the day with gratitude, everything changes. You stop saying your the list as a burden and start saying it as an opportunity. You stop rushing through your doors and start savoring them. There is out in the ordinary when you recognize its value. The sunrise, the sound of laughter, a simple conversation. Maquiet momelis, the altake o new meaning when you say entre lens of a love a grateful air. Today is not just another day. It is a unique part of your story. The problem is, we're often focused on what's next that we miss what's now. We look at the weekend, the vacation, the promotion, the big breakthrough. And well, it is good to dream and plan. We cannot afford to try to present as just a stepping stone. This moment, right now, is algo real. The past is behind us, the future is not promised, but today, this real is within our hands, and though we try to reveal what we truly value, so me people carry yesterday into today, like a heavy bag full of regrets, mistakes, entrant, but to is a gift. Then you cannot let yesterday's weight keep you from opening it fully. Forgiveness, both for yourself and others, is part of treating today as a gift. Materialism is a declaration that what happened before it will not finish what happened next. You learn from the past. But you don't live there in this moment. I are ready to grow, to give, to be present. Others let anxiety about tomorrow, the mejor tomorrow, day to day, every possible scenario, every what, in the process, y miste simple, pedazo of what is, but is not nada sin la urto your life. It only stays the joy of the order you're in. When you recognize today as a gift, you stop trying to control tomorrow and start choosing faith. You trust that if God brought you this far, it will carry you forward. You trust that His grace is enough for today. And that's a unique. There is a sacredness in treating today as a gift because you show up with intention. You look people in the eye. You speak words of kindness instead of criticism. You market him for what matters instead of what distracts. You don't rush past the small moments because you know they are often the most meaningful ones. I mean, with your family. A walk in the kid, a word of encouragement to someone who was struggling, desearing just years in your day. They are the substance of a life well lived. Every time you chose to show up fully in today, you are honoring the gift you have been given. You are saying, you will not take this for granted. You are acknowledging that this day holds potential. Mate beneficios ordinary on the surface. That's something powerful can happen in the middle of your routine. If your heart is open, maybe it's a new opportunity. Maybe it's a moment of healing. Maybe it's just a chance to be a lead for someone else. Treating today as a gift also means you stop waiting for perfect conditions to start living. Materialism. You don't wait for the pain to end the problem before you show it, before it's the joy. You find joy in the middle of it. You chose to be thankful, not because everything is perfect, but because you are learning to say the blessing what you already have. Gratitude is not about ending hardship, it's about refusing to let bring you to the godness that still remains. When you say today as a gift, you live again this pack differently. You love evidently, you become more empathy, more aware of how precious such moment really, because this day will never come again. You only have to eat once. And there is fillet, which I enges or celebrations, where c'è is l'odor quiet, productive or sti. It also something valuable. It holds the chance to become more who you were created to be. Materialism, not what he felt, and what he believed. Feelings are powerful, but they are not always truthful. They really fall like a digit in the thing with circumstance influence even way other memory and fear. Materialism. On a moment you feel confident, like a failure. On a day you walk up excited, the next you can barely feel strength to move, but feeling is not the foundation you will your life on belief. What you believe about yourself, about your purpose, about your value. That's what shapes your life in the long run, not the emotions that come and go with the moment. Too many people live like their emotions are facts. If they feel unloved, they believe they are unlovable. If they feel anxious, they assume they are aware. If they feel discouraged, they accept that they must be defeated. But feelings are not always honest. Materialism. They reflect your inner experience, but they don't always reflect reality. And if you're not careful, they can become elenstruides, which you see the world, warping in your perspective, limiting your potential. Man si in your hope, belief on the other hand is a choice, it is an ancho da the study even when everything else is shaking, there are days when you might not feel strong, but you can still believe that strength lives inside you. You might not feel brave, but you can still take the next step. You might not feel worthy, but you can believe that you're worthy. It's not up for debate. Material is the power of belief. It lifts you above your circumstances and reminds you of a deeper truth. A truth doesn't shift with your emotions or disappear in the face of hardship. Believing in you are, and in you are becoming not about ignoring your feelings. It's about putting them in their proper place. You acknowledge, don't you let them lay out. You listen to them, but you don't let them have the final word. You feel this, y no something greater. That in definir conviction with resilience, it tells you face die with clarity. Mate a librum, never everything else feels uncertain. There is a voice inside you that speaks when you are resilient. It's the voice of belief. It reminds you of what's true, not who's what feel real in the moment. It says evaluate, even when it feel overlooked. It says, you purpose even ni feels. It says, you are growing even when it feels stuck. When you choose to align with that voice, you begin to live from a deeper place. You stop reacting to very emotion and start responding with wisdom, with intention. The world around you always have opinions about who you are and what you reward. And your emotions we echo some of those voices from time to time. But what you believe must come from something more stable, more eternal. If your beliefs are rooted in truth, then your life will begin to reflect the truth. No matter you feel in the moment. It's so important that if you mean what is good, noble, and true. Because what you feel, you are with eventually because you go out. But if it's a decision you make every day, it's not based on a easy life, it's on how things are going. It's a daily choice told on to truth. To declare your identity, to trust in something greater than what you feel. Materialism and over time, belief has the power to reshape your emotional life. When you believe that path is possible, you're more likely to find it. When you believe that you are capable, you start acting you with confidence. Then when you believe that change is coming, you endure the waiting with greater hope. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, discouraged, afraid, or unsure. Those are human emotions and they are a part of the journey. They do not define, limit you. They do not determine your destiny. Your belief, though, your belief in what side you are, your belief in the purpose you carry, your belief in the unsemprable progress being made in key commandments. When you stand on belief, you are no longer a victim of emotion. You become a person of vision, grounded not in feelings but in lasting truth. Materiality is bigger than yesterday's mistakes. That truth is both liberating and humbling. We'll carry things from yesterday, words we wish he hadn't said, choices we wish called undo. But moments that still replying or means. Mistakes have a way of clinging to us, whispering that we've gone too far, failed to lepri, or fallen to humanity must overhead bog. But gracias speaks a different word. Materia says there is tiope. Gracias says the past does not define the future. Gracias says you are in our moment. We live in a world that often keeps score. Pero we remember for the failures, favor their lowest point, and nearly worth of perfection. But God doesn't work that way. He doesn't can place and discard the broken. He restores, rebuilds, and renews. His grace isn't based on your record. It's based on his character. And this character is faithful, merciful, and full of compassion. Where people say, Shame, God says a story. That no finish. Where others meet say, materialism. And you redone, God says, it's not true with you yet. Gracias a those ignore the truth, no about happened. It doesn't pretend the pain wasn't real or the consequences didn't matter. But gracias something that changes everything, redemption. Redemption means even the things that went wrong can be used for God. It means that the doors can still lead to purpose. That the very thing the enemy meant to destroy you with can become the place where you find your strength, your mission, when you wake up and tell yourself, God's grace is bigger than yesterday's mistakes. You give yourself permission to begin again. You stop living in guilt and start walking in growth. You start rehearsing the failure and start reaching for forgiveness. And not just forgiveness from God, but also forgiveness for yourself. Because the hardest things to do is to extend grace inward, we believe God can forgive others, but truly to believe He can truly forgive. Materia vedon, but secretly all ourselves hostage to we sube. Grace means you that healing is possible, that brokenness is not your identity, that progress is often messy, but still holy. You don't have to be perfect to be used. You don't have to have it al figureo to take the next step. Grace don't say, 3 years there. It says, mateme as you are. Grace doesn't shame you into change. It invites you into transformation through love. Love de greatest people in scripture were deeply flawed. Moses and her issues. David committed adultery and Dorche strategia cover up. Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Paul persecuted the church ore. He became one of his most powerful voices. What changed their lives wasn't their ability to fix everything. It was their willingness to receive grace, to fall into the arms of mercy and believe that God could still make beautiful with the broken pieces. And you may look at your past and see a list of reasons where you should be disqualified. But God looks at you and says potential, redemption, and the future worth fighting for. His grace is not weak. It is not conditional. Meaning not running. It is stronger than the worst thing you've done. And it meets you exactly where you are. Not where you wish you were, not where you pretend to be, but ready in this moment. Holding on to yesterday's mistakes can harden your heart. It can keep you stuck in shame, bitter sad, but when you open heart to grace, you man for grace, you make a room for new beginnings. You begin to say the failure final. That growth is still possible. That even if you took the long one way around, you can still arrive at the right destination. Grace isn't just for the moment you live, it's for the very day after. It's for the days when you stumble, for the days when you say the wrong thing, or lose your temper, or fall back into old habits. Grace says, my head back up. Grace says, you're still loved. Grace says, I'm still with you. That's why it's bigger than your mistakes. Materialist. Because those whose weepers la teclean. It empowers you to live different when you live from grace. You stop eating. You stop pretending to be perfect, start being honest. You start walking with humility, with compassion, and with renewal. You begin to understand that your past might shape you. Y no te have the authority to define you. Grace does, and grace always leads to live.